We've got a little bit of a look off to the right over here, but not a whole lot. I was hoping we could look down over Kent, and not really. Starting off our day with a little climb. Not hurting as badly as yesterday, but still slow going. Once we get up, we bounce along the ridge for a little while, and then we go down to the Schaghticoke River, and we've got a 5-mile cruise down there, just flat, and a little bumpy at the end of the day. So we'll see how things go, how the heat goes, where we lined up, or how things line up, and we've got a couple of potential outs that we can use this afternoon, one at 14, one at 17. So we'll see how it goes. Well, we're cruising down the road. Not a bad trail this morning. We had a little bit of it up to get out of town, which is common. And we're sort of bouncing along up on a ridge line now. We're gonna have a really steep down later. I hope it's not rocky, but it's probably gonna be, because otherwise it would wash. And then we have a good walk down the river for a ways. But up here on the ridge line, it's nice. So I was getting my phone out to video, and all of a sudden Hawkeye was hollering, bear, bear, bear. He's a little bit behind me, I don't know, 20 or 30 yards. I never did see it, it was gone. The bear was running through the woods. Thought I heard something earlier. We just stopped and had some water and readjusted a few things. But anyway, a better day of hiking right now. It's not very hot yet. It's gonna be. They're looking for record temperatures of around 92 or 93 degrees to get today. Which to me doesn't seem that hot coming from the south, but it does sap the energy. We were absolutely spent yesterday. But we'll keep up with you today and show you what we see. Well, just finished the climb. I'm sweating, but we've reached Caleb's Peak. So this is our last big up for 5 miles or so. And we got a little bit of a view right here. So that's even a bonus. Coming up, we've got a pretty steep downhill. Not sure what that's going to be like, but we'll take it. And we'll see you up the way. Well, rocks over here to my side. I came from back there. And this is forward. This is trail forward. This is near vertical. So I'm going to be careful and go, but really steep descent down to the Schaghticoke now. Wow, the trail finally spit us out right here. And we came to right here. We had our lunch, and we've actually got about a 4.5 mile, I think, road walk this morning on a gravel road down by the Schaghticoke River. Reasonably flat. I'm hopeful that we're going to get a better view of the Schaghticoke, but it is over here to the right. You can sort of see it there through the trees. A little bit. I hear some people down there. I'm guessing they're fishing. Oh, no, it's a family. Or a group of people or something. Maybe picnicking, maybe swimming, I don't know. But we're going to be walking across this, or along this rather, for, I don't know, a few miles. It's kind of interesting to hear the rapids out of off to the side here. Makes it rather peaceful. Doesn't feel like it's quite as hot yet today as it got to be yesterday. I know it's going to be eventually. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if those folks are just camping or what they're doing. It's not my business anyway. But peaceful walk today. I thought I would share it with you. It's been a tough day, even though, you know, I don't know why. Frustrating sometimes, because I'm kind of getting in my head and I got to not be that way. We had a really steep up that really slowed me down going uphill. We had a really steep downhill, almost vertical. It was a really slow going part. But, you know, at least for the next little bit, I think we've got flat trails. I don't know if we stay on this road. It looks like we go in the woods right here, but it does stay along the riverside here for a while, so that'll be kind of nice. I think I'm actually going to get an opened up spot right here. I can actually look down to the river. Yep, there it is. Very nice. Well, mountain stream of the day. Very beautiful. Looking straight down now on it. It's hot. We came across this bridge and water continues on down to the river there. Very beautiful. Well, this is the Starver Hollow, I think, shelter. We're just gonna pop in to chill for a second and cool off. Hopefully I can find a spot in the shade and sit down and just take some water for a little bit and see how things are. We've made our break from the river, I think. Nice grassy field over here to the left, mountains to the left. I'm afraid mountain in front of us, but it'll be what it'll be. We're trying to hike with a positive attitude today, even though it's hot. It's in the 90s, and we're not covering ground at nearly the pace that we often do. We may wind up coming in a little short from what we had planned today, but we had left that possibility open. So we'll see how things go as we go up the trail today. Well, it took me a second, but the trail angels down through here don't want us to bump our heads. So we're supposed to duck. How about that? Still walking along the river here. At some point we're gonna break and go up, but I'm enjoying what we're doing right now. It's always nice when you're walking through the woods and you come upon a cooler that says "Thru hikers have a cold drink." So we're gonna do that, and I think then after that we're gonna be going uphill a little bit. Well, plowing along, I think we just got to the top of the off the river. It's about 700 or 800 feet, I think, and we've made it. We're going down now. We've got 2 more bumps between us and where I think we're gonna pull in tonight. It's probably 2 or 2:30 now, and it's still incredibly hot. We are hydrated. We've been drinking plenty. Not worried about dehydration, but heat exhaustion could be a big thing. My guess is we're going to get there and eat quickly. I'm probably not going to cook food because it's hot. I'm probably just going to have some snack stuff out of my bag, and I'm going to lay down and probably fall asleep for the night because it's just been that kind of a day. But anyway, we'll keep you posted as we go up the trail. Just got a message from a virtual friend. I told you about Wildflower Adventures, and I found out this week that they decided to pull off the trail, which is great for them. Her video explains exactly what they were thinking, and I completely support and understand it. And I'm proud of them for being able to make that decision. But at the same time, I know how difficult a decision that is to be made because I've been there before. So I wish Wildflower Adventures all the best. And I look forward to coming home and catching up with all your videos that I've not been able to walk while I've been out here in the woods, or been able to watch while I've been out here walking in the woods. So God bless to you guys. Well, I think I am at or near to the top of our last climb for the day, and it was a brutal climb just because it's so hot. I mean, it wasn't all that difficult. We're just spent with the heat exhaustion, and it's just hot. We're sweating, we're dripping. My pants are absolutely wring out wet from sweat. So we've got about a mile to go before our campsite, but this is the last of the big ups, and we got a view for it. For that, I'm thankful. Oh, much easier trail now. Pine forest, heading across the top of the ridge and then downhill to our campsite. Wow, it's been a pretty rugged end of the day today, just with all the heat. I know you're tired of hearing about heat, but they are in the midst of a unseasonably high heat issue here in New England. I did see somewhere today that they were expecting a possible record high today. Last time I looked at my thermometer, it was 92, and I don't know what the high is. I think they were calling for 93. But anyway, nice to be up here in the shade, moving along on reasonably flat ground again. And then we'll be headed down and we'll be going to our campsite. There's a story behind the campsite. I'll tell it to you when we get there later. Well, we have arrived and settled at Cesar Brook Campsites. Cesar Brook is running behind me. There's my tent. There's Hawkeye over here. And we've got another person staying a little further out that way. There's a privy here, there's a bear box, there's a place to wash dishes, and sounds like there's a pretty good little creek running back over here. I've not gotten water yet, but nice little place to stay tonight. The spelling on this, I know that this can drive some English teachers nuts for me to spell this C-E-S-A-R, but that's the proper spelling. I was reading in the guide that the Cesar Brook, that's the water source here, was it was discovered in 2020, I think, by some students, high school students, that this area was once owned by a freed black man, is what the guide said, and that his name was incorrectly spelled as C-A-E-S-A-R when they recorded everything. So they have changed that, and the creek has actually been officially renamed Cesar, C-E-A-S-A-R, Cesar Brook Cesar Brook. So anyway, we're going to settle in for the night. I've got my bed made. I've got my tent zipped up to keep the mosquitoes out, and hopefully my clothes will dry. It's the first time I've actually ever been able to wring out my clothing tonight, and I was certainly able to with all this perspiration today. So we're going to gear up for another day tomorrow, and we'll talk to you first thing in the morning. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you then.